Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Idiots in Cars, brought to you by our wonderful like button. We begin with number 19, Pickup Truck Driver with an Attitude, December 29th, 2025. I will full screen. I'm remembering. I'm getting good at this. We've got good pixels to start us off here. This is very epic. A bit of a lead up. Is he going to do a little bit of hard braking? Okay, he's mad at you. I'm not entirely sure why he's mad at you. There's multiple lanes here. So he could have gone around you at any time. But now he's very upset. He's very upset that you were driving on the road and he wasn't the only car on the road. And therefore, he has to make his displeasure known. If he was in such a hurry to get somewhere, you'd think maybe not driving slow would be the best way to get to the place. Panda Express. Yummy. I had some Panda Express at the airport recently, and I was very happy about it. He's not going to let you buy. Is this just, how long does this go for? Quite a while. Oh, okay. He's going to swerve erratically. I mean, at this point, I feel like your only option, because we don't really have a resolution here, is, I don't know, pull into somewhere else, and then if they follow, I guess, try to leave, and then drive to a police station. Pardon me, coming through. Is someone going to try to, like, squeeze in between car and truck? Oh, this person's going to try to do it. I mean, oh, are they going to keep... Oh, they're still going. I was like, man, the first one was... People do that, I guess, if they're really trying to make an exit. But then they just, like... Oh, they're going to reverse. A little bit of reversing on the highways. Always good. It's good to exercise your transmission. Make sure the reverse gear is still working. You wouldn't want it not to work. And then they're going... All right, all the way over there. I'm assuming that sends you off onto another highway that they really needed to make it onto. And, can't miss your exit. So actually, oh, you know what's really relevant? Okay, since the last time we've done Idiots in Cars, I have, for the first time in my life, been to Houston, Texas, and I've driven in Houston, Texas. And we've had clips on this subreddit before where people are like, oh, that's Houston. That's just normal Houston driving. And now I've experienced it myself. And honestly, okay, here's the thing. I think it's less the fault of the drivers and more a product of their environment. Because, let me tell you, the highway system in Houston is terrible. You cannot stay in a lane for an extended period of time without it shooting you off into a place you don't want to go to. So you have to constantly be changing lanes and monitoring where you need to go because everything, left side, right side, always trying to send you somewhere you don't want to go. And for some reason, this is, I don't know why this is the case, but there's like super duper crazy speed differentials that take place. Like, you know, someone who's going really, really fast, and then all of a sudden there's someone who's going 45, and I'm not sure why they're going 45. But anyway, the lane changing on the highways was a bit more nerve-wracking than usual because, say I'm in the 3 lane, right? And there's someone who's coming up really quickly in the 1 lane, but there's then someone like nearby in the 1 lane who's not going super fast. Well, the person who's like vrooming up the 1 lane, I'll be trying to blinker and go into the 2 lane, and they just are like, meow, and they change immediately out of the 1 lane into the 2, and I'm like, holy frick, and I got to swerve back out. Like, every now and again, you get 2 people changing into the same lane, and it's annoying. You got to look out for it. But usually it's a little easier to see rather than someone coming from downtown at 100 miles an hour and just sending it. So that was like the one thing. But other than that, man, it's like crazy to me that I can't just stay in the 2 lane and cruise. I have to always be switching. Because if I stay in the 2 lane, I'm going onto a highway I don't want to go off to. And it's just, it was really frustrating. So anyway. Let me show you with my brand new car that you don't own the road. Okay, we are in San Jose, not Houston. And I feel like we have a lot of lead up on these clips. I'm feeling like, what was it? There was this thing years back called the Wadsworth Constant, I believe. I forget where the name came from, but it was this thing where you could always skip like the first 5% of a YouTube video because it was always stuff that you didn't really care about. And I feel like it really goes for Idiots in Cars is, that seemed avoidable. I feel like we could cut out the first 50% of almost every clip on here and we would still understand exactly what's happening. Why would you do that? I'm trying to figure out. Okay, so this car. Okay, so this guy over here. Clearly, I can't tell because it's blocked. I can't tell if that car starts to change lanes into the 4Runner. And the 4Runner's like, oh, what the frick, man? But instead of just going on his merry way, maybe just stay in the lane that the dash cam car is in. Be like, okay, that was a dumb move by the person in that other Toyota. They decided to, after they hit once, then they were like, you know what? It's all over, dude. I've damaged my brand new car. I might as well get it totaled so that I can get a new car afterwards and send it into the wall. That's it, dude. They just had, their brain broke. After they made contact, their brain was just like, all right, the intrusive thoughts have won. It's over now. And I'm totaling my car. That's the only solution here. And then afterwards, maybe they're like, why did I do that? That was a dumb idea. Couldn't wait 2 more seconds. God, look at the pixels on this. I feel like last time we had a lot of very few pixels going on. This is some high resolution, high quality dash camage here. It's probably the greatest zero consequence to anybody else unforced error I have ever seen. Why? Why did you do any of that? It's really funny here. Is this is a car. It seems like a reasonably newish car, and most of it seems to be in relatively good condition, but the hubcaps are all gone, which makes me think that they might have this thing where they hit their wheels a lot on stuff. This is just their common behavior. They've gotten away with this a lot before, and this is just kind of the first time that it's catching up to them, because usually they just damage their wheels and get on with it, right? They just toss out their hubcaps. I don't need these hubcaps. They're just an actual mess. They look like the bottom of a skateboard. So, what are they? You're just going to do a bit of off-roading in order. As the light turns green, no less. I just don't understand what they were going to save time-wise here by doing this. A piece of short racing rear ends me and takes off. All right. We got some vroomage. Is this ironically not going to be the person in the... Is that it's not a Charger, is it? Oh, it is. Oh, it's both of them. Okay. What did we think was going to happen? I was about to say this is going to be, they're defying the odds. They're defying the stereotype. The person in the Charger is not actually going to be the one doing the racing. It's just going to be that this guy here is going to do something stupid. Well, this guy is just, nope, he was part of it. Come on, man. Don't live up to the Charger stereotypes. Come on, man. SMH my head. What are they it's like he did the 3 honk, and the guy in the Jeep was just like, okay, I go. I guess I just run into the car that's very clearly, obviously in front of me. What other outcome was possibly going to happen here? It looks like he's surprised. I never could have expected that flooring it, okay, great, into the car in front of me would, well, hey, on the plus side, did you get any, I don't think he had a front license plate. It doesn't look like, or maybe he did, you can't really see it. Well, hopefully they found him and his license got revoked, but I feel like happy endings are very uncommon, so felt very for you in particular. This car is about to just drive into you. There's no way. You can't. You just you just watch this in slow motion, and you're like, why? You didn't like. There's nothing. This didn't have to happen. You didn't need to do that. You didn't need to. Why did you do that? And you're hitting the. I just accidentally clicked on a related video for the first time on Reddit. How do you do that? How do you? I don't get, man. I don't understand. Just like, okay, we're all the way over here. It's great. It's fine. Just keep on driving. Nope. Okay, still turning. Still turning. Still okay. Just gonna accelerate right into the car for some reason. And then they probably drove away and didn't stop because that seems to be how it always goes. How not to turn left? They were so close though. This is gonna be just another one where they drive right into the car somehow. Did they just come from the UK or Japan or South Africa? And they're just like, what's this person doing on the wrong side of the road? I'm going to teach them a lesson. I don't understand how you drive into a large stationary object. How? How do you do that? I don't understand. The only thing I can think of is that they just came from a country where they drive on the left side of the road. And in that moment between when they were on the right side of the road and they made the turn, they switched over to their muscle memory and then oopsie daisies. Why is there a car on my side of the road? I don't know. I don't understand. And then they're going to reverse and drive away. I swear to God, bro. You know, the funny thing is, if it weren't for this camera, bet you this person would have claimed that they were just stationary. They were parking. And this person in the Subaru rammed into them. And if there was no camera, they might have gotten away with it too. Just got my first dash cam for Christmas 2 days ago. Didn't take long. Honestly, I feel like anyone who has this happen to them, the unluckiness of just getting a dash cam and then they get into a crash is like, I never should have bought a dash cam. This wouldn't have happened. I just put that energy into the universe that I was worried about a collision, and then it happened. And if I hadn't done it, it wouldn't have. And then they're going to be like, I'm never using a dash cam ever again. Okay. All right. Hey, it's okay. There was no collision here. So you know what? This is good. This is good. I thought it was going to be a much worse outcome. But you know what? I'm glad you avoided it. I was going to say, actually, if the camera car had hit the other one, that it was somewhat avoidable. But anyway, a happy ending to our story. Could have been worse. Idiot in my neighborhood this morning. About to pop out of the driveway in front of you or something like that, maybe. Or, oh no, they're going to... So there's this car. They were previously moving. They've pulled to the side of the road to park. But I'm going to go park. Not! God, I'm so good at predicting outcomes. I can't tell if the camera car made contact. I'm about to risk a fork here. No contact was made. It could have been worse. Once again. Anyway, there's always like, I don't know if their intent was to do a U-turn if they pulled to the side of the road and then they were like, oh, I don't want to be here. Let me go to the other side. And then they just didn't look behind them because it's a residential street. There's probably nobody else here. But my favorite thing is whenever I see someone who like their intent is to make a U-turn, except they pull to the side first because they want to give themselves more of a turning radius. But then they just immediately flip around and do the full U-turn, which this doesn't seem exactly like that. It was that because they stopped. But anyway, hey, nobody got hit. I'm a real driver. Watch this. Okay. All right. He vrooming. Oh, he lost it. It's gone. It's over, dude. It's freaking over, bro. Hey, you know what? It could have been significantly worse, though. The fact that he just ended up kind of sliding through a field is about the best possible way that that could have gone. So, as far as learning experiences go, I would say that's a good one. Now they're going to be like, oh, frick, you know what? As it turns out, you can lose control in a car. I'm not invincible. I might have scraped up some underside body panels, got a bunch of dirt shoved under there, but I didn't hit anyone. I'm okay. And that's good. It's because they put racing stripes on the side of their car. It gave them like another 200 horsepower. And that's the problem. They just weren't prepared to handle the extra 200 horsepower because they're just fresh racing stripes right there. So, gotta be careful applying those racing stripes to the side of your car. Sometimes backing out of the driveway can be hard for my neighbor. This isn't giving the Prii a good reputation. That's plural for Prius, obviously. They're gonna push it. Okay. Your car is beached on a wall, and you're trying. Yeah, sorry. You're not gonna push it. Yes. Let me push this 3,500-pound hunk of metal while it is beached on a concrete wall. That will definitely work. Boy. Also, I'm just like, how do you get that far before you realize something has gone wrong? I'm assuming they're backing out, and the right side of their car just is up on the wall the whole time. How do you not feel a little bit of tipping happening before you reach the point of no return and you actually beach the center of the car? It just seems like you really ignored a bunch of warning signs that were very obvious leading up to this point. Knew he was behind me, but didn't know this was coming. Wow, this is many years ago. I wonder if they just discovered the subreddit and they were like, I've got legacy footage of the frick. It's okay, guys. Once again, this is just a person. Oh, there's a police officer. How convenient. Well, now you're both obstructing. All right, this is good. This is a fun little traffic stop location right here. But are you okay, mate? Why are you driving on the wrong side of the road? Sorry, I just got back from like a month-long trip to the UK, and I totally forgot. All the cars that were driving on this side of the road going the opposite direction to me, I thought that they were crazy. And I thought I was in the right and that everybody else was wrong. And so I just stuck to my guns, and you shouldn't fault me for it. Friend had his car totaled this morning from this idiot. If the car wasn't in front of him, probably would have been more of a head-on collision. Oh my god. Oh my god. Holy frickage. How did they weren't even trying to pass another car. They simply, they just, I don't know. Nobody knows. They just were looking at their phone, texting, drifted to the wrong side of the road, and then that happened. It's the transition here is crazy. It's like a Skyrim tunnel transition of like, this hits, and then it's just back to everything's fine. It's all good again. It's amazing how smooth that was. Holy frick. It's crazy. You can just see the wheel out here in the interim frames, and then just, hey, back to being good. Yeah, impacted so hard, they went back in time. Impatient driver got a prize today. I don't like the look of that right there. Man, every time I see this sort of like spalling, it just makes me think of that Florida condo building that collapsed because their pool was leaking into their foundation. It's just me and water, but that's like, there's some water getting in there, clearly. It's got some spalling on it. Anyway. It's nice. A nice Alpina B7. Very pretty. Good stuff. So, I mean, presume maybe kind of a nice building, you know? Okay. Like, oh, is the idiot coming the other way? Oh, there's going to be someone entering, but it's only like a one-way or something like that. Huh. There's a lot of piled up trash. If this is, wait, is this inside? Or this must be, oh, okay, the street's out there. I was like, how is this much water getting inside this freaking parking garage? I feel like this guy had a little bit of a lead up here just because he could be like, hey, it's pretty cool. You know, you see that Alpina B7? It's pretty nice, huh? Just thought I'd show it to you at the beginning of the clip, you know? Well, you're like, hey, at least you didn't hit me. I'm going to keep going about my night. And thank goodness I'm not the one who got hit. So, yep. It's why what I don't understand. This is another example, though, of like, that was a lot of lead up that we might not have necessarily needed. But I'll never understand the idea of passing on the wrong side of the road around someone who's making a left turn. Like, your best case scenario is, I guess, you make it work, but the person who is in front of you, if you're not going to crash into somebody else head on doing that, well, it's clear. And that means the person who wants to make a left turn is going to make their left turn. So either if it's not clear and the person's waiting to make their left turn, you get into a head-on collision with somebody. Or if it is clear, then you run into the car that's making the left turn. There's no rational way to do it. God, anyway, whatever. Anyway. House on a trailer hits 2 overpasses. How do they not plot the route? Okay, what? Brother, they're hanging over the side. The road is not wide enough for this. They are hanging. They're going to hit an oncoming car with a house. But how do you not plot every element, every inch of the route with something like this? Yeah. Okay. Well, there goes some house. And then, yep, just a great way to damage any trailing vehicles. Okay. And then they're about to damage the next one. They must have heard that, right? They must have heard that. So now they're doing it slower because slower will allow it to clear, right? When you go slower, it reduces your height. It's as it's known. House for sale. Recently re-roofed out of necessity. Okay. Well, I wonder if like the homeowner is in that van right there following, just watching as their house is scalped. But also, like, how are you going to drive? How are you going to drive on a road this narrow with a house hanging over the side? Hey, imagine calling up your insurance like, oh, what do you get hit by? A house. And your insurance is like, oh, okay, you're just trying to say that you ran into a house, huh? And trying to say the house came out of nowhere. And I'm like, no, I swear to God, the house came out of nowhere. Idiot tries to run me off the road. It's a good save on my part, though. I've never driven in these sorts of conditions before. And, oh, God. Hold it. Oh, he got it. Oh, he's counter steering. He's got that counter. Oh, sick counter steer. Let's freaking go. God, he was white knuckling in both directions there. Whew. Well done. Good save. When you go to the Porsche Experience Center and they have this like kick out plate, so you drive up to it, and as your rear wheels pass over it, it's like a wet kind of surface area, skid pad area, and then they have this thing and it kicks the rear of your car out. But you don't know which way it's going to go. It's random. It can go both ways. And your goal is to like recover it. And the faster that you drive, the faster it kicks you out. And so you can make it more and more challenging. And it is very difficult to recover. After you're going over like 20 miles an hour on this thing, it's very challenging. I swear they do this on purpose. You look like you're about to be run off the road by a bunch of transformers or something. You see that coming in your rearview mirror, you're like, oh God. Are they on their way to do like some intergalactic Transformers battle or something like that? Hey, you never know. This could be in the middle of one of them passing the other very fast. We don't know for sure that they're all just pace matching. If they are pace matching, though, God freaking dang it, stop doing that. And the top for the last month. Wow, this is relevant as someone who has been to Mammoth many times, though not this year. My feet hurt when I snowboarded. It's very sad. Holy frick. Guys, this is someone from LA who has never been in the snow before, but they got their Defender and they're like, I'm ready for this. So I'm going to look, this is going to be an epic freaking storm. They're getting like 10 feet of snow. I hit the slopes this morning. I got the car open. I got the snow out from around the car out, and I'm going to go driving. We're heading up to the lifts, baby. Seriously, though, this is probably somebody from LA who is like, heck yeah, I'm going to use my Defender. It's going to be perfect for this fresh pow in this winter storm. And they have never considered the idea that they should probably get the snow off the roof of their car. Like, the thought has not ever crossed their mind. The topic has never come up. It is not something they've ever thought about before. And they have no idea that something is wrong at all. It's just, this is what happened. Anyway, it's very impressive though that like, this has got to be kind of a record in terms of amount of snow that is still on top of the moving vehicle. Like pretty good stuff there. Anyway, that's it for the last month of Idiots in Cars. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.